Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and people, today I'm gonna show you how to manipulate the block quote tag and give it some muscle, give it some power and turn it into this beautiful looking block. This is the browser preview to start off with straight away. So this is the end product, people. This is the our destination is. This is where we're gonna take a block quote to. You see, by itself block quote doesn't do much. Simply creates a block that separates itself from the rest of the content, from the top and from the sides. Add some padding and margins on all the four sides, and just separates itself from the rest of the content. It doesn't even add the quotation marks, opening and closing quotation marks. So that's plain and vanilla. So let's make it a little chocolatey. Right, so let's start from the very beginning, so we'll get a much better idea how we can give the block quote tag, the plain vanilla block quote tag, some muscle, some power. Let's enhance it. Right, so let's begin from the very beginning, people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the whole chunk of code like this in Sublime Text 2. That'll be my editor today, and I've scrapped it, I've deleted it. Okay, let me save the document once again so we can actually work from the very beginning. Right, I've already saved the document and given it an extension of .html. I'm gonna work with HTML5, people. I'm using Emmet. It's a package. It's a code assist package that allows you to code fast, and hence when I press tab here, the code expands. Right, so there's a procedure through which you can actually enable the package Emmet for your editor. I've already done that. Right, let's change the title up first. So block quote or whatever. Right, next, in the body of the document, obviously I need a block quote tag with some content inside. So how do I do that? Again, I'm going to use Emmet, which is simply fantastic, people. You're going to see the power of Emmet in a while. I'm going to say block quote, and inside the block quotes I want some lorem ipsum. Alright, some dummy text. I'm going to hit tab. See how beautifully the code expands due to Emmet. Let's save the document again. So in the opening and the closing block quote tags, people, I have some lorem ipsum or dummy text or text filler. Call it whatever you'd want to call it. Then after the title tag, people, let me type style, hit tab to expand the code. Right, so we're good to go now. We're going to start. Right, at this moment, let me save the document up, bring the browser up, let's refresh, and you see that is all that the block quote tag actually does. You see, it just creates some spacing all around, especially on the left and the right side. That's all it actually does. This just creates a cushion and separates the content from the rest of the content. That's it. Right, so let's style it up. So let's style the block quote tag. Right, opening closing quotation marks, people, tab. I'm going to write F plus and hit tab. Basically I'm using the font shorten property and font shorthand property, and let's say I would want the font size to be 1.2 EMs, Arial sans serif. That's the fallback. Let's save. Right, at the same time, let me say I would want some background color. So background color of, let's say, hash E9, just a very mild grayish kind of a color. At this point, let me save the document up, bring the browser, let's refresh. So far, not much has actually happened. I've just given it a background color. Right, now I'm going to use pseudo elements, colon before and colon after. They allow you to add some extra content before and after the element itself. You need to have a better understanding of colon before, colon after rules before you might be able to understand what I'm trying to give it away to you. Right, so let's create the colon before and colon after rules, which allow you to actually use the content property. So colon before, and similarly let's copy this bit. Let's say block quote after. Right. So I'll be adding some content before and after the block quotes. So let's see how do I actually do that. To start off, let's use the content property. So content, and this property allows you to add some textual content. In my case, I'm going to add a symbol with symbol / 201 capital C, and let's copy this bit up. Let's go down out here. Let's paste it. Let's change the C to a D. Now these numbers allow you to add certain symbols through the content property, and these symbols are nothing but the opening and the closing quotation marks, so they should be there, people. So if I save the document up, bring the browser up, if I refresh, you should see that I have the opening and the closing quotation marks out here. If since they're very small, I'm going to increase the size. Let's make them 3 EMs. So let's say font size, beg your pardon, ideally I need a semicolon out here. Font size, let's go with 3 EMs. Alright, same for the block quote after rule. So copy and a paste, bring the browser up, let's refresh to see the block quotes slightly bigger. Now it's you see the block quotes, not the block quotes, the quotation marks are actually slightly bigger now, a lot bigger actually. But you see what's happening out here is this element, the the quotation marks actually have a line height, and that's disturbing the whole arrangement, the alignment. You see the it's all gone haywire. So I'm going to adjust the line height, and that should help me check the arrangement, the alignment. So line height at 0.1 EMs, I've already tested it, will correct the things that are in a disarray right now. So let's save the document up, bring the browser up, and you see that's exactly what I thought would happen. And yep, that's exactly what I desired, and it's actually happened. So the line height has been corrected, but you see the quotation marks are way above the the starting lines and the ending lines. So how do I do that? Vertical align property, what else? So let's tackle the vertical align property, people. That's going to be vertical align. I'm going to set that to how about -0.4 EMs. Okay, that should bring it down, because they are actually quite up and over the lines itself, right? So Control S to save the document up. Let's refresh, and now they are exactly where I would want to see them. Amazing, how very wonderful. And the quotation marks are actually pretty dark. I don't want them to be so dark, so I'm gonna drop the color, the shade a little lower. So I'm gonna go with the color property, and let's go with a very mild color, AAA. Same out here for the colon after rule. Let's save the document up. Let's bring the browser up. Let's refresh, people. And yes, this is what I was looking to do. Right. Exactly. Next up, people, I'm almost done actually. I'm gonna add a little bit of I'm gonna make my block quote a little fancy. So let's go with the border left 10 px solid and excuse me, the same shade that we had used a while ago. Control S, and yep, just this is just some aesthetics, some cosmetics. That's it. And to top it up, you can actually see that I would need some internal cushions, people. Internal cushion, and I can easily do it through padding. So I'm going to go out here. I'm going to use the padding shorten property. You see, I just press tab again using Emmet code assist plugin. I'm going to go with the top and bottom padding of 5px and left and right padding of 10px. Again using the padding shorten property. I love using shorthands, people. Alrighty. So you see, this is the way the code, this is the way the browser preview looks like right now, and this is exactly what we set out to create in the very first place. We have reached our destination and we have changed the plain vanilla boring block quote into something really nice. But yeah, there's something that I would want to change, and you see the block quote is quite close to the text. So how about adding some margin? Yep, I think I should do that. So let's go to the colon before rule, and let's say margin right, let's say 0.2 EMs out here, and margin left for the colon after rule, margin left and 0.2 EMs out here. Let's save the document up and let's see the final product. Finally, exactly, you see I've created the space here and here. I've used the vertical align property to place them exactly where I would want them. I've used the content property and then used certain numbers to create these symbols. Alright, so people, this is the end product, which is a lot better compared to what we are handed by default by CSS, the very boring block quote. Many years ago when I came across block quote, I thought it would probably add opening and closing quotation marks, which it did not. But anyways, many years later now, I know how to actually handle things a lot better. I hope so. You like the tutorial, people. I hope you will sub. I hope you will like the tutorial, and hence keep coming back for more and more tutorials from me, won't you? You have a good day. Bye bye. Peace.